Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, the high performance mentor, and I'm here to lead you to become the best version of yourself. This show raises the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts. Holding it wide open is just what we do. Being a good person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Yo, everybody wants to be that entrepreneur. Everybody wants to say, oh, I'm my own business owner. Everybody wants to be like, yeah, entrepreneur is the way. Until it's time to pay your people before you even get a chance to pay your mortgage. Yet again, bro. Yet again. Brother, and this is real shit. I'm here sharing what most people won't share, bro, because social media has sold this whole entrepreneurship idea as freedom, right? As freedom to work when you want to, right? As freedom to drive whatever the fuck you want. As freedom to live however it is that you want to live because you're an entrepreneur, right? But what they don't show you is when you have to sit there at the kitchen, at your office, at wherever it is that you go through your numbers, right? And you're staring at the numbers and you're there looking and trying to figure out how the hell you're either going to pay all your people, damn knowing well that holy fucking shit. This is another month we're going to have to pay salaries, pay employees before even paying the mortgage. And that's the shit that nobody talks about. That's the shit that nobody is willing to share. That's the shit that you don't see and you don't really you don't really live until you have to live it, and you have to make the hard decision of paying your people before you got to pay yourself, even if it means being late on the mortgage yet again. And so that's exactly what we're talking about today, brother. Not because I want to share this with you, but because I feel like it is important for me to share the truth behind some of the struggles that it takes to achieve that next level, to make more money, to take more risk, and yet to bet it all on yourself and do what you got to do in order to keep the ball rolling forward. You see, a few years back, I was making over $200,000 as a salary employee working for someone else, right? Like, yo, it was good. You know, the paychecks always showed up. Every 2 weeks, the direct deposit was there. The benefits were always there. The projects were always there. Yes, the responsibility was big, was pretty actually huge, I'd say. You know, making good amount of money as a salary employee comes with big responsibility. Just it's not, you're not gonna get paid $200,000+ a year and have just mediocre responsibilities. Just not how it works, right? But the risk wasn't mine. Like, yes, it was challenging. Yes, it was difficult. But there was really no risk of, when I say no risk is, you know, the checks always showed up, right? And now we fast forward into owning our own business, right? And yo, there have been seasons where we've had to pay, I should say, our employees, our team, the people that help us live the dream, before we even think about paying ourselves, before you even think about paying basic necessities like your damn fucking mortgage, right? Because we have seasons where payroll came before comfort, right? We have seasons where I've questioned whether I was crazy for fucking leaving the security I had behind. And the funny thing is, like, you tell this to people who are not entrepreneurs, who are not chasing the better life, who are not taking the risk, and they're like, yo, that doesn't make sense. Why would I do that to go live the way that you've been living lately? But bro, I look back at this shit now. Like, I look back of the struggles that we've been able to fucking go through and overcome, and challenges that, like, back then that would seem like fucking impossible for us to solve, and yet these days it's like, oh, it's just another speed bump, bro. Like, I talk with kind of excitement about it because I know that these shits are not breaking us. Like, they are building us, right? And maybe the challenges you're facing today, my brother, might be doing the exact same thing for you, but you just are not realizing, you're not just connecting the dots. Well, you see, entrepreneurship isn't freedom first. Entrepreneurship is actually responsibility first. Like everyone wants the rewards. Everyone wants to have that big entrepreneurship lifestyle and making the money and making the cash and having your own time to do your own things and all that. Like that whole entrepreneurship life that they want to paint a pretty picture of. Everyone wants that life, right? But very few actually want the responsibility that comes with that life. And I used to be like that. Until we started going through some of these hurdles, I'm like, holy fucking shit, this is hard, bro. Like, yo, being an employee means that you're just showing up and you're doing your job. But being an entrepreneur means that you're creating the fucking job. Two completely different things. Creating opportunities, you're creating revenue, you're creating the momentum for your team, you're creating the solutions when everything else feels like it's falling apart. They're counting on you, dog, and you gotta fucking show up. It's like, imagine you're riding a motorcycle at 180 miles per hour. Well, as an employee, you're riding a bike that someone else built, right? Well, as an entrepreneur, you're actually riding the bike while simultaneously building the engine at the same fucking time. Huge fucking difference. It ain't easy. That's why when you make it, you get rewarded very large. You have I shouldn't say you will get rewarded very large. I said you have the opportunity to get rewarded very large because there's big risk, but there could be big rewards that come along with it. But most men fail because they're incapable, right? They actually, I should say, quite the opposite. Most men don't fail because they're incapable. A lot of us are capable. We fail. Most of us fail because we don't understand. We underestimate the weight that we must carry in order to succeed at this shit, bro. Like the responsibility isn't a little bug. It's the fucking main feature. It's the thing that you need to carry. It's the thing that you need to learn to carry the most because it's the fucking heaviest. Like that's what creates the growth. That's what actually builds the man, brother. You see, the pressure you feel is actually preparing you, not killing you. And I know that you could be going through a hard time like we are, and maybe that sounds funny. Maybe that sounds like, oh, I don't know, that doesn't make sense. But brother, pressure is there to prepare you, not there to break you, dog. See, most men see pressure as punishment. But high performers, people like you and me, dog, we learn to see pressure as preparation. Pressure means preparation. And think about like every powerful machine that you've ever loved, bro. We love fast cars, fast motorcycles, anything that goes fast. You know, we're all about this shit, right? And so turbochargers, they create power through pressure. Engines, they create power through controlled explosions. Diamonds, dog. Diamonds are formed through pressure. So why the fuck wouldn't your life be any different, bro? Like, think about it. When you make those perspectives, when you put those two in, like those, when you make those comparisons, it's easy to see that, well, our life ain't any different, bro. And so when business gets tough, you learn how to fucking sell. You learn how to communicate. When business gets tough, you learn how to negotiate. When business gets tough, you learn how to fucking lead. When business gets tough, you learn how to trust God when the numbers don't make sense. Because a lot of time they won't fucking make sense. And those lessons, bro, they don't come during easy seasons. I actually would say 100% the opposite of that. Those lessons come through the most challenging seasons. The seasons that feel like they're there to break you. But remember, diamonds get built under pressure. Horsepower gets built under explosion. So my brother, if it feels like you're going through some fucking tough times, know that it's preparing you. The blessing isn't waiting after the challenge. The blessing is being created through the challenge. Two different things. Because if you're like, fuck, I need to wait out this shit so that I can be a better man because of this challenge. No, you need to understand that the blessing is created through you going through the challenge. And the man that you're becoming is the reward. Like And it always seems when you're in it, when you're going through it, when you're stressed out, when you feel like everything's falling apart, when you're like, oh my God, I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Oh my God, like when it's on fire, it's hot, it's heavy. But like I said, diamonds are created under pressure. Horsepower, massive amount of horsepower is created under explosions, under high heat environments. So, Doc, be fucking happy that you have some pressure in your life. And then stop asking, like, why me? Like, get rid of that fucking victim mentality, brother. Because it's so easy when we're in that season, when we're in that grind, when everything feels like, oh my God, another challenge, another hurdle, another thing. It's like, yo, how many of these do I gotta go through, God? Like sometimes you just feel like saying that, right? But what I found helps us, is for us to stop asking why me and start asking, what is this teaching me? Or what is this building? What is this creating inside of me? You see, every challenge contains training. The problem is that most men quit before the lesson is even revealed. And so we never end up picking the lesson because we quit too early. You don't get strong by lifting easy weights, bro. You don't become brave by avoiding fear. You don't become a fucking leader when everything is smooth. It's all quite the opposite. You lift heavy ass weight and you get stronger. You fucking face a massive amount of fear and you become braver. You fucking go through a bumpy ass road and you learn how to lead. Those are how you level up in life. And bro, looking back at some of the hardest seasons of my life, like at the time that I'm going through it, like I thought I was getting buried. I thought I was dying. I thought I couldn't get out of this shit. And now I just realized that, yo, I was being built into this next version of who the fuck I am. And the stress, it taught me discipline. The uncertainty, it taught me faith. The fucking setbacks that I thought I was going through taught me how to be resilient. The pressure taught me how to fucking lead. So, brother, God gives you the character, very often, actually, I would say, God gives you the character before He gives you the opportunity. And He does that because if He gave you the opportunity first, you probably would destroy it. So the hard season that you're going through is actually preparing you to sustain the blessings when things arrive. Think about it like that. Reframe it for yourself. And so let me ask you this question, brother. What challenge are you facing right now in your life that might, like someday you're going to look back at it and then you're going to realize that, holy shit, that wasn't there to break you. That was there to prepare you for this next level. Like, think about it. What challenge in your life right now are you facing that someday you're going to look back and you're going to be like, I'm so glad I didn't fold. I'm so glad I kept going. I'm so glad it wasn't there to break me, yet to prepare me. And then my challenge along with that question is for this next week, every time that you catch yourself complaining about the problem that we're talking about, right? Just ask yourself, like, yo, what is this building inside of me? What is this teaching me? What is this trying to tell me? And then write that answer down and watch how your perspective changes. All you got to do is change the perspective, and I promise you, you will go at it even stronger. Because look, the average man wants the reward without the responsibility. The average man wants the blessing without the battle. The average man wants the freedom without the sacrifice. But Doc, we're not fucking average. We're not here to be average. We're not here to be just regular dudes. We're here to be fucking wide open warriors, dog. And warriors understand something before anybody else will. We understand that the pressure isn't proof we're losing. We understand that the pressure is proof that we're carrying something worth fucking building. So stay faithful, stay disciplined, stay in the fight, because one day you're gonna realize that the season that almost broke you was the season that fucking made you, dog. Let's get it. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, claiming victory for every single wide open warrior that's out there. My brother, this is your wake-up call. Break the chains, step out of the average, and become that badass motherfucker that you were born to be. This Live Wide Open movement isn't just a podcast. This is a mission that God has stamped in my heart, and helping you rise is the purpose I live for. So lock this shit in and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another episode. And you have today's message and lit that fire in your chest, my brother, then don't you dare keep this shit to yourself. Fuel another brother. Send this to another motorhead. Send this to another gearhead. Send this to another warrior who's hungry for more. Because the truth of the matter is that building a better life for your family is non-negotiable. You got people who are depending on you. You got a legacy to create. And those excuses that keep popping up in your mind, my brother, they're never gonna feed the fucking table. That's why it's time to get up, it's time to lock in, and it's time to get the fucking work, dog. This is your moment, this is your mission, this is your movement, and Wide Open is the fucking way. Let's go.